Oh, Teofimo Lopez Sr. Yeah, you guys send me this video. Teofimo Lopez Sr. seems to believe that Teofimo Lopez has won the fight, and even more than that, he won a staggering 9 or 10 rounds. Wow, bro. Fucking wow, man. I think at this point, Teofimo, I'm not even gonna say Teofimo. I'm gonna say Teofimo Senior because I think Teofimo hit Junior. I think he just spinning. I think Teofimo Senior knows that the whole world heard him coaching his son. He told him he won rounds that he obviously lost. He told him he was doing good when he was doing bad. So, I say T.O. depends on his father for the most part, but I would also say T.O. is not that delusional to think that he actually won that fight. But the way he was acting up into the fight, I don't know. Like I say, he was acting real fucking strange. Like he was on something or something. Like he was acting real strange. But to think that he actually won the fight, that's just... I ain't got no words for the shit, And you know what? It's actually two ends of that story. To anybody who comes out and say, yeah, Cambosis just whooped his ass. No, it was competitive, but it was a sloppy, fucked up fight, and T.O. fucked himself. That's really what it was at the end of the day. T.O. fucked himself. After you figured out that you wouldn't get him out in the first round, I figured Senior would at least tell him, look, calm down. Why don't you take a few rounds off and just box him, because we're a better boxer. And then just, when you get your win back, you could try for the knockout again. If it doesn't happen, then we boxing this cat 12 rounds. That would have been something very sensible for him to say. But that, and I think also, I don't think he could control T.O. You know what I'm saying? Because he was telling him to calm down. He just wasn't giving him realistic information, and T.O. fucked himself on that fight. Cambosis just capitalized on it, and you fucking lost. Now, what comes into play is when you get to talking all that throwback fighter shit, but when it's time to do throwback fighter shit, people don't want to do throwback fighter shit. What do I mean by that? One thing that we fucking love about Floyd, for those that actually love the sweet science and not obsessed with just disliking somebody, what we actually like about Floyd? If Floyd ever had a question mark, or if Floyd ever had a close fight, he ran that shit back. If Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Sr., if they was really about, I'm talking about truly about what they claim that they about, a rematch would be no question. And from what I hear, Cambosis has no problem giving it to you. He's a gang competitor. He said we could do it in Australia. I know me personally, if I lost to somebody that I knew I could beat and they would allow me to run it back, we are running it back. I don't want to hear that he stayed at a weight class too long and all that. Now that very much may be. But I would say this time, no, we got to run that back because I could do better than that. So why not take the rematch? If you really on that throwback fighter shit, if you really about what you say that you about, and since Tio said, to be money, you got to be pretty boy. Okay, well now it's time for you to be pretty boy and money. Pretty boy and money did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Actually, Pretty Boy was untouchable. People didn't want to fuck with Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy was hella avoided. But any close fight, he ran it back. That's the same thing what people say about Canelo and Lara. Anything close or controversial, run it back. That's what let us know your confidence level or what you feel about yourself. Run that shit back. If you feel like you was cheated, if you feel like it was that, then run that shit back, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm disappointed y'all don't want to run this shit back. You don't want no get back. You don't want to try to... You don't think that you guys could have put on a better performance than that? Because the performance was straight trash. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have tried to hold on to that one flash knockout the entire damn fight. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you should have been and said, okay, I got to box, or I got to set this guy up, or I got to break him down, or, you know what I'm saying, killing with combinations. You know what I'm saying? Something. But he didn't look nothing like himself. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez is a very good catch and shooter. You ain't see none of that. You ain't see no head moving. He wasn't moving like himself. Like I said, I don't know who that guy was. You know, but nonetheless, Kambosos was there to capitalize on it. If you was going to make a mistake, he was there to capitalize on it. You know what I'm saying? But had that been the Tio that fought Lomachenko, he been in his right frame of mind, you know what I'm saying, and still displaying all his boxing skill and all of his splendor, would have been a different outcome. But you wanted that knockout so bad, and you was being hard-headed, and Kambosos said something that I think might be very true. He said those belts changed you. They did. They did. Now, give and take. And this is the other thing. Please stop doing this shit. I wish boxers would just take these injuries and please stop sending a picture of yourself laid up in the hospital with 2 thumbs up. Like, yeah, see, this is the reason. I don't want to hear no reasons. I don't care nothing about no injuries. I don't care nothing about his past. I don't care nothing about his personal life. You know, as boxing fans, they want us to take on a lot of the external stuff that goes on with these boxers. I don't give a shit. I don't. I give a shit about when you get inside that ring. Nothing else. I'm pretty sure Teofimo Lopez had a gang of fucking personal problems because in one minute last year or this year, I don't know, he's married, and then the next minute he's not with her no more. So I can imagine, you know what I'm saying, that he's fucked up in the head. But matter of fact, the last time he had some personal problems, he had a hard time with Nakatani. And what was it then? I believe he said that, I don't know, his mom stopped meal prepping for him because she didn't like his girlfriend. And shit. Turns out your mom was, it looked like your mom was right. But nonetheless, that's when you had the Nakatani performance. But even though I think the Nakatani performance, that wasn't a bad performance to me. Like you had to overcome that range and reach. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't mad about it, but since we were so used to seeing him deal with guys in a dynamic fashion, people was hard on him and he was hard on himself. But all that belt shit, and then I see clips of him smoking hookah and all that. Man, if you got asthma and your shit ain't that tight to begin, what the fuck are you smoking hookah for? That's like 9 cigars and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then the weight and all that other stuff. So, I mean, winning 10-9 rounds, shit, fucking 5 rounds. I don't care what you want to call it, man. It's just not true. You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter at this point. Because I always say that there's a way to lose, man. You know what I'm saying? If you could just eat that shit on the chin. Yo, I went out there. I wasn't fucking thinking. You know what I'm saying? I went out there and I tried to knock him out quick and I wasn't able to do it and I didn't abandon it. I just kept on that and that was my downfall. My head fucking wasn't right and all this other shit. I should have known better, but I tell you what, in a rematch, if he gives me a rematch, you'll see something different and I can beat him. The better man won tonight, but that's on tonight. Any other night, I'm going to win, and I'll prove it next time around. But congratulations, Kambosos. Good job, Blase Speak. That's how you lose. But coming back, oh man, I won this fight. I'm like, dude, bro. Like, no, they didn't win any fight, man. You didn't win. You didn't win any fight. You lost 3 times. You lost the fight. Then you lost when you came up and denying that you fucking lost. And then you lost again right after you guys say, hey, no rematch, bro. We're going to 140. Once again, why are you going to 140? Josh Taylor has already said he's not giving you that fight. It's on camera. He said he could forget about it. He's not getting that fight. You know what I'm saying? So he's not. So what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? You better go ahead and try to avenge that fucking loss. But you don't want no parts of it. But then again, he was dropping the belts any damn way. You know what I'm saying? So the shit was going to get broke up any damn way. At least with Kambosos winning, it stays together. We could possibly see a undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how much is true because I just look at shit on my feed. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily click on it. They talk about Kambosos showing up to Devin Haney fight. Is that accurate? You know what I'm saying? And I hear something about Shakur Stevenson. Talk about he would like a shot at them belts. I don't know how I feel about that because, and I love the shit out of Shakur. But That wasn't the case when Teofimo had them belts. So had he been saying that when Teofimo had the belts versus when Cambosis get it, then I feel a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he think he couldn't get the fight out. I don't know. But if that is true, I love to see Devin Haney and Cambosis. I love to see an undisputed any damn thing at this point. You know what I'm saying? An undisputed any damn thing. All of it's interesting, but Teofimo Lopez Sr. talk about, see, this is why people say he on coke and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he could be. You know what I'm saying? Because tell him he won them rounds that he obviously lost. Shit, man. Who knows, man? But one thing that I've always been a big fan of is rematches. I love rematches. You know what I'm saying? I love trilogy fights because I love that how the pendulum can swing back and forth and back and forth. A lot of people don't like rematches. That's one thing that I found out. But if you think you that good and you think you won that much, then you should be able to duplicate it again. Not duplicate that fucking game plan, but you should be able to do it again. That's what throwback fighters do. So if you was really about all that stuff that they was talking about, that would be a no question to me in my book. So that's what I think on that shit. I'm out.